Today, we're talking about Petals of Reincarnation Episode 1, an anime where people can awaken the talents of legendary figures from history. But in this world, those talents don't always belong to heroes. Sometimes, they belong to monsters. The episode begins with our main character, Touya Senji, saying that he wants a talent. Not fame, not money, not power, just one talent that can make him somebody. At school, students are talking about strange rumors online about something called petals. Some say they've seen people surrounded by petals. Others think it's fake. While everyone is talking about it, a transfer student arrives in Touya's class. Her name is Haito Luo Buffett. She enters quietly, introduces herself, and immediately stands out because of how calm and unusual she seems. Soon after class, Haito approaches Touya directly. She notices him right away and seems to know more about him than she should. At the same time, we see a much darker scene happening elsewhere. A strange man is threatening someone and acting violently. He talks about talent like it's something precious and overwhelming, and it becomes clear that he is not normal. Before he can continue, Haito appears and confronts him. She calls him Fish, and the two clearly already know each other. Then Haito reveals something strange. She mentions Nomen and begins using an ability that lets her predict movement and battle flow. She and the others are searching for someone connected to the strange petals. Touya ends up witnessing part of this strange world, and Haito finally reveals the truth to him. She explains that there is something called the branch of reincarnation. This branch allows a person to trace back to a past life and awaken the talent they had before. Those who successfully awaken a past life talent are called returners. To prove it, Haito uses her own awakened power in battle. She reveals that her talent comes from the legendary swordsman, Miyamoto Musashi. Using Musashi's talent, Haito fights with incredible skill and defeats the enemy right in front of Touya. After the fight, she explains that not all awakened talents are good. Some people awaken the talents of great figures who can help humanity, but others awaken the talents of murderers, criminals, dictators, and dangerous people from history. These people are called sinners. Touya is then given a choice. He can undergo reincarnation return and try to awaken a talent of his own. But there is a risk. If he fails, he could simply die without gaining anything. Even after hearing that, Touya still chooses to do it. The next morning, Touya wakes up after completing the ritual. When he wakes up, he remembers more about his past and opens up about his life. He reveals that he once had an older brother named Seiya. Seiya was talented at everything: academics, sports, art, and almost everything else. Compared to him, Touya always felt inferior. No matter how hard he worked, he could never match his brother. Then one day, Seiya died. After that, Touya was blamed for his death and eventually pushed away by his family. Because of that, Touya became obsessed with gaining talent and proving himself. He says he wants revenge, not only against the people who looked down on him, but also against himself for never being enough. Later, Haito brings Touya to a place called the Forest of the Greats. This is an organization made up of returners who use their awakened talents to eliminate dangerous sinners. Their mission is to stop people whose powers could threaten humanity. There, Touya is given his first assignment. He and Haito are told to investigate and deal with a dangerous sinner, Vlad III. Before that mission begins, Touya tests his own newly awakened ability. When a thief runs by after stealing a woman's bag, Touya steps in. This is where his power is revealed. His talent allows him to steal things from within a short range, even through physical barriers. At first, he uses it to retrieve the stolen item, but then he uses it in a much more dangerous way. He steals the blood from inside the thief's body, causing the thief to collapse from forced anemia. This confirms that Touya's ability is not just about stealing objects. It can also affect the human body. Soon after that, Touya and Haito begin their mission against Vlad. When they locate him, they realize he's extremely dangerous. Vlad uses an ability based on impalement, launching deadly spikes and attacks from different directions. During the fight, Haito takes the lead in close combat, while Touya observes and supports from a distance. She tries to hold him off while Touya gathers information and follows the plan. But the battle quickly becomes difficult. Vlad is stronger and more dangerous than expected, and Haito begins struggling to keep up. Touya realizes the situation is getting worse, but before he can fully act, the battle is interrupted. Another mysterious person appears and orders Vlad to retreat. Vlad immediately obeys and leaves. At first, it seems like the mission has failed, but then the episode reveals what really happened. Later, Touya secretly confronts Vlad alone. Vlad accuses Touya of stealing something from him. And this is where the biggest twist of episode 1 is revealed. Touya's power is not just the ability to steal objects. He can also steal other people's talents. Touya reveals that he has already stolen Vlad's talent for himself. Then he says that he doesn't care whether a talent belongs to a hero or a villain. If it's useful, he'll take it. He says he will keep stealing talents again and again until he becomes the most talented person in all of history. Not to help humanity, not to become a hero, but to prove that he has finally surpassed his brother. The episode ends with Touya smiling in the dark, fully embracing the dangerous path he has chosen. And with that, episode 1 comes to an end. So yeah, guys, that was Petals of Reincarnation, episode 1 explained in English. This first episode introduces us to a world where talent can be inherited from the past, and where the line between hero and villain is already becoming unclear. And now that Touya has revealed what he truly wants, things are only going to get more dangerous from here. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one.